2, 11, 13. Let's go with 16 just for fun. Not 30. All right. Solving systems. When you are solving systems, what are you actually like looking for? What's happening here? We're looking for the variables, right? Normally when we had two systems of equations, how did we write our final answer? Like your hand, what did it look like? You had an x equals and a y equals. Remember how we wrote it though? Coordinates? But these guys have 3. It's actually just 3 dimensions. You can have a coordinate system with 3 dimensions. You get an x-axis, a y-axis, and a z-axis. It looks like this. So this guy's dotted, and this guy's dotted. So we're just in the world of 3 dimensions. Okay? Hey, sit. Let's go. So what do you have to do? There's a lot of different situations you can do. What do you see first with this problem? Hey! Sit down. Let's go. You're fine. Talking about the rest of you are like talking. Let's go. We are in class. All right, hit me with it. What did you do?
I kind of thought the plug again, so I added 60 to 12.
Okay. Add 60 to 12. You have a lot of different situations that can occur with these guys. You are going to be required to know how to do these by hand. Okay? So no graphing calculator. You do need to know how to do these by hand. Okay? So, yep, beautiful.
And I plugged in y for the first one.
Yeah. If you notice that this guy and this guy only have 2 variables, you can pull those guys out and solve them like a normal system, figure out what y and z are, and then chuck them back into this guy to get x. Does that make sense? Yeah? So we know what this is. We can replace the y here with 6z plus 12. Very nice. Perfect way to solve this. So I got 4 times 6z plus 12 plus 3z equals 21. Can you handle that? What do we have to do with this guy? Distribute, definitely. You got those parentheses, nice visual pew. So 24z plus 48, good. Plus 3z equals 21. Definitely combine your like terms here, add the z's together, which gives me what? 27z. Very good. Subtract 48, perfect. And that's nice, right? That's really nice. I did forget the z, good catch. Because now what is z equal? -1. That's beautiful, right? Are decimals possible? Yes. But if you get decimals right away, I would go back and check my algebra. That's just kind of like a little, maybe something went wrong before you do everything else. Right? Yep.
And how did you know to start with the y minus 60 as well?
You didn't have to. But what you could do is you could deal with these 2 guys first, because there's no x involved. So this is actually solving a normal system of equations. You could have done elimination instead if you wanted to. Right? Because there's no 3 variables. You're already down to 2 variables, so you can deal with it like you're used to dealing with it. Okay? What do we do next? Yeah, if I know what z is, I can use one of these 2 equations and figure out what y is, right? Which one do you want to use? This guy? That's definitely the easiest one, right? Because it has y by itself. It's a little simpler. So I've got y minus 6 times -1 equals 12. What's this going to give me? Plus 6, good. Right? Negative times a negative. And then what do I do? Subtract 6 again gives you a nice number. It's just kind of one of those confidence things. And this is your y value. So then what do I have to do? Yeah, now you can use that last piece to figure out what exactly x equals. -3 times, we got 6 already for y, and we got -1 already for z, plus 19. And that you can chuck right into your calculator, or we can figure it out. What would be the fastest way to add this in your head? You know the fastest way to add these 3 numbers in your head? There's a couple ways you can do it. I jump to these 2. Why would I jump to those 2? You don't have to. Doesn't that just become 1? That's real quick. And then 1 minus 6 is -5. Very nice. So this guy up here is your final answer. Woo! Hello! Got too excited about it. That guy is your final answer. Cool? Yeah? If you're hitting this stuff and you're like, I need to back up, and you need some practice on just regular solving systems with 2 variables, please let me know. Those videos are still up on Canvas for you. Because you weren't here, so you didn't get to know. We'll do some more today, don't worry. Yep. And it's a coordinate on a 3D axis. So this is actually x, y, and z. If you wanted to know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, negative, positive 6, and -1. And then you have to make a little rectangle. It's kind of cool. I love 3D. So your answer is right here in space.
Why wouldn't that be the z? If that is the one, since that's x and y, why wouldn't the...
It's the way they do it to give you that 3D perspective. Standard way. Well, they took the x, y plane and made it flat on the ground. And then z becomes your height, right? Because you got like a little bit of height. That's it. Alright. Next, what if we got a word problem? Alright. Might have to read this a couple times. It's okay. The music department is selling 3 types of candy: Kit Kat, Skittles, and M&M's. I think that's supposed to be on. On the first day, they sold, oh my gosh, how many errors are in this? They sold 2 Kit Kats, 4 Skittles, and 1 M&M, making $10. On the second day, they sold 1 Kit Kat, 2 Skittles, 3 M&Ms, $10. Third day, 12 Kit Kats, 4 Skittles, 6 M&Ms, $30. Find the price of each candy. You kind of see where it's like X, Y, Z total, X, Y, Z total, X, Y, Z total. You see that? That's nice, right? Alright, so give me my equations. What do you want to make X? What do you want to make Y? What do you want? Or we don't even have to use X, Y, and Z. We use different letters. Do you want to use K, S, and M? Is that easier? It's confusing? You can use whatever you want. You can put smiley face and stars for all I care, whatever makes you happy. So what is my first equation going to look like? 2 Kit Kats, yep. 4 Skittles. Oh, S's are the worst. I'll do cursive so we don't look like 5s, right? And plus 1 M. If you want to put a 1 here, you can. If you don't want to put a 1 here, that's fine. It's going to be $10. Okay? Second day? 1 Kit Kat. Plus 2 Skittles. Plus 3 M&Ms. That's also $10. And the third day? 12 Kit Kats. 4 Skittles. Plus 6 M&Ms. Plus 6 M&Ms is 30. Do you know that we did this the first month of school? I snuck this in the first week of school, and you didn't even know it. Do you remember the chicken problem? Small chicken, medium chicken, large chicken? Same thing. That was solving systems with 3 variables. Holly's just really sneaky, and you didn't know it. So if you want to think of it like the chicken problem, you totally can. This is just the algebraic way to break something down and solve it. Algebra is just a tool to break things down and solve them. You may think of things in different ways. Okay? But it is totally possible. This is just the standard way of doing things. So, this is already set up very simply to put in your calculator. It's real nice, right? This is the order it has to be in for your calculator. Do you remember how to put it in your calculator? It's a really good tool to have to check your answers. And if they give you a word problem, you don't have to do it by hand. You can do it in your calculator. We can do it by hand as well if you would like to. Okay. But this is already set up for the matrix. Not that matrix, like matrices in your calculator. Too old of a joke, got it? Do you remember how to do this in the calculator? It went over it in the notes, correct? Yes? Was there one matrix or two matrix in your notes? Two by four. So how did they do it in the notes? What did you have to click? Do you have a Droid phone? Free that. There's a blue color. Wabbit EMU. Like W, like Rabbit, but with a W. And then EMU for emulator. Do you remember what we have to do? Did you ever written down in your notes? A lot of you did your notes. What was the button? Yeah, right. RRES. You're finding the RRES. If you ever in college go into linear algebra, you're not doing a math major, I wouldn't suggest it. It's a frustrating class, but it's a lot of matrices, a lot of matrices, and you got to do all this stuff by hand. It's sorry. Okay. So, Osmond. Go ahead. What do you get? Anybody get a number? You go into math, right? HCs. 3 by 4. Head of the numbers. RRES. Adi, can you go get the CI from the student? Thank you. So you should end up with something. Do you remember what that beginning part should look like? So the identity. Yeah. The identity matrix is this guy. And then it leaves you with your answer. Kit Kat, Skittles, and M&M's right in order. Nobody said, come on, you're killing me. Did you get it? Come on. Did you get it? When I go over calculator steps in your notes, it's super helpful to have a calculator in front of you if you don't have a calculator at home. Come in the morning and make sure you're actually hitting the button. All right, we'll check back later. Yeah. Under math, you share over to matrix. So what do these mean? So Kit Kats are Skittles are $1.50 and M&M's are $2. Okay? Knowing how to do this new calculator is a big deal.